Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praise to Almighty Allah. Today's guest of honor, Dr. Fadil Faisal Al-Dawish, Assistant Secretary General of National Council of Culture, Arts and Letters of the District of Kuwait. Mr. Abdul Rasul Salman, President Kuwait Art Associations, Excellencies, the Ambassadors, Member from Bangladesh Military Contingent, distinguished guests, valued guests of print and electronic media, members of Bangladesh community and beloved children, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. At the very beginning, I, on behalf of my embassy and Bangladesh community, express my hearty welcome and greetings to you all for your kind presence in tonight's art exhibition and culture program on the occasion of celebrating the birth centenary of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the golden jubilee of our independence. On the occasion, let me have the honor and privilege to extend my deep gratitude and sincere thanks to His Highness the Amir of Kuwait, Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jabal Al Sabah, His Highness the Crown Prince, Sheikh Michel Al Ahmed Al Jabal Al Sabah, and all the friendly people of Kuwait for their continuous support and cooperation in hosting around 300,000 Bangladesh community in Kuwait and also contributing significantly in developing our social and condition. In this event, I also remember with profound respect the architect of our independent Bangladesh, the greatest memory of all time, father of our nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I also pay my deep homage to our 3 million martyrs and 200,000 women who made supreme sacrifices and presented us the independent Bangladesh. My sympathy goes to those families who lost their dear and dear ones during our liberation war. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to all those foreign countries, especially India, for their moral and physical support in achieving our victory. Their contribution to the history of our independence could be written in a golden letters forever. Distinguished guests, Kuwait has a special place in the hearts and minds of the people of Bangladesh. After our independence in 1971, the state of Kuwait was the first Gulf country to recognize Bangladesh in 1973. Diplomatic relations between two countries started from 1974, and with the passage of time, the relationship has been further developed and strengthened by the excellent leadership of His Highness the Amir of the State of Kuwait and foresighted leadership of Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh and Kuwait enjoys excellent relations in the field of trade and investment, export and import, manpower export, art and culture, sports, defense cooperation, and most importantly, people-to-people contact. I hope and pray this relation will continue to grow further and bring more prosperity and bring more benefits for both the countries in future. Respected audience, today's artworks which were displayed here are done by the children of Bangladesh community. They are born and brought up here in Kuwait. Neither they have seen the liberation of Bangladesh, nor do they stay in Bangladesh. But their love for the motherland, the beauty of Bangladesh, history of Bangladesh are engraved and deeply rooted in their hearts and minds. They have also excellent love and affection for the beautiful Kuwait, which they try to portray in their artworks. So, through their artwork, they could orient you with Bangladesh and the Kuwait. Today's guest of honor, Dr. Fadil Faisal Al-Dawish, Excellency Ambassadors, and all distinguished guests, please accept our heartfelt thanks for attending tonight's program with us. Your kind presence has not only encouraged us, but also blessed the occasion in many fold. We are especially grateful and thankful to Mr. Abdul Rasul Salman, President of Kuwait Art Association, and his esteemed office for their outstanding support to organize this exhibition. Excellency, without your cordial support, it could not be possible to organize this event in befitting manner. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring speech. Now guest and souvenir handover session. I would like to request His Excellency Major General Mohammad Ashifuzzahman, Ambassador of Bangladesh, to kindly come up on stage. First, I request Dr. Pader Faisal of Doish, National Secretary General of National Council for Culture, Art and Megas, to receive a request from His Excellency the Ambassador on behalf of the Chief Guest. Now, Dr. Pader Faisal of Doish will receive a request from Ambassador sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Abdul Rasul Salman, President of KUWAIT Art Association, to kindly come up on stage. Now I request Mr. Mahmoud Al-Qadan to kindly come up on stage and hand over the painting to Ambassador. Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Oud Saleh to kindly come up on stage and receive a crest from Ambassador, sir. Thank you, madam. Now I request Mr. Badr Faisal Al-Dawish to kindly receive a souvenir from our Ambassador, sir.
And also we'll give the painting, no problem. And this is the
Now it's time to enjoy a cultural program. This cultural program is jointly organized by the Bangarupa Charutalu Shongit Shishumala and the Family Forum, two social organizations running by Bangladesh community in KUWAIT. This cultural program will start with displaying of a video on archaeological attraction of Bangladesh. Let us enjoy the video first.
Civilizations have been moving forward for thousands of years. Hundreds of archaeological landmarks spread over Bangladesh remind of that story gloriously. For travel, study and research, the archaeological sites of Bangladesh are ideal places. There are several World Heritage Sites. City of Shanghai is included into the 100 destroyed historic cities in the world. The capital of the first independent Muslim Sultanate was at Shanghai. Out of 3 cities of ancient Shanghai, this Banam city is like a living museum. Numerous mementos from different ages reveal the golden past, proud history, and ancient heritage of this land. The ancient-most Buddhist heritage of Bangladesh is at Monastery, Bukhara. With an area of 2,100,000 square meters, surrounded by the enclosure wall, the Bukhara is the most ancient urban structure of Bangladesh. Around 2,500 years ago, this was a luxuriant fort city. To be enriched by this glory, the world-famous Chinese pilgrim Yun San visited here in the 6th century AD. The Shonpur Buddhist Monastery at Bahanpur, Namkha, built by the King II Dharmapala around 1200 years ago. Inside this monastery of 243,840 square meters, there are various structures including the central temple, 177 rooms for the monks, dining hall, kitchen, treasure, stupas, chapels, and many more. Blessed by the memory of learned Pontish Dipankar Srikyan, this monastery was a concord of students, researchers, learners. This proud yard of Bengali intellect is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The most important structure of Lal Mai Mainamudi at Kumilla is the Shalborn Buddhist Monastery. With an ambience of 34 acres, each arm of this monastery is about 168 meters long. Being like a pilgrimage site of devotion and philosophy, this then residential university of 155 chapels has sprinkled the light of wisdom and education over the ancient state Shanghai. There are uncountable archaeological sites of Hinduism spread all over Bangladesh. Putia at Rajshahi, known as the territory of innumerable temples and archaeological landmarks, is holding the majesty of architectural art from different eras. A splendid sign of Bengali art and culture is the Kandaji temple at Dinajpur. The attractive designs of terracotta and the marvelous structural look have made it recognizable as the temple of great architectural beauty. 11 temples at Jashore. So many Shiva temples in one place. Nobody will find such arrangement anywhere else in Bangladesh. This site of about 300 years is as heart-touching by the tale of an anguished princess as the architectural beauty is fascinating. The archetype of Bangladesh has diversely been enriched by the Muslim architectural landmarks. More than 500 years old, 60-dome mosque, which is a part of the magnificent mosque city of Bagherat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the largest and the most beautiful mosque among the ancient mosques of Bangladesh. Along with 70 globular and 7 rectangular domes, this mosque of Sultani age is treated as the most captivating Muslim architecture of the Indian subcontinent. The Choto Shuna Mosque at Chapai-Namatganj, famous as a gem of the Sultani architecture. It is as spectacular with its grace of adornment as it is antique. The historical city Taka emerged in 1608 during the Mughal age. The most attractive structure of that period is the Lal Bagh Fort. This magnificent landmark of the Mughal era is now the symbol of the capital Taka. Holding the grievous memory of Karbala, the Mr.kalam at Old Taka area is around 350 years old. One of the renowned buildings of Taka is the Asan Manjil by the side of the river Burikonga. This historical Nawab palace is witness to the evolution and exploration of the capital Taka. The only Armenian structure in the capital Taka is the Armenian Church at Armenian. This 250 years old church reminds one of the memory of the Armenian people who lived in this country. The bright one chapter of the history and heritage in the near past of Bangladesh is the age of zamindars, that is, the landlords. Numerous attractive palaces spread over the country tell the colorful stories of the bygone days. Holding the gorgeous history, this Dikhabatiya palace at Nator is now Uttara Ganabhavan. Not only to sprinkle the beauty of craftsmanship, an enriched city was founded for this palace in that golden time. Another glorious sign of Nator dynasty is the King's Palace of Nator. The legendary history and architectural glance of this palace tell the story of the golden past. In the northern part of Bangladesh, the Taj Mahal Palace at Rampur will definitely enchant you. The signs of the glowing past embrace the palace. Baliati Palace at Shaturia, Manganj. Along with centuries-old buildings, the palace explores the prowess of the zamindars. Murapara Palace at Naranganj. This spectacular then local zamindars, was constructed with a combination of subcontinental and occidental structural design. This mind-blowing palace, Rose Garden, was a garden house of the Zamindari period. This historical edifice is not only a symbol of Corinthian Greek architecture, but also a unique platform of the political and cultural evolution after the partition of India. Michael Madhusudhan Dutta, the son of a landlord, became a poetic genius of Bengali literature. He was born and brought up in this house, Dottobari, at Shanghai, Jashore. Rabindra Kutibari at Shilaidoglu, Kushtia, is a remembrance of the Nobel laureate poet Rabindranath Tagore out of his 6 memorable houses in Bangladesh. This house is a unique and enriched memento of the Bengalis. Bangladesh, a kingdom of archaeological splendor. Come and embrace the majesty